Well, good morning from South Africa. It's Mark Khan, and feeling really inspired to be back talking with you. You know, every day I do the self-esteem work, it just seems to grow and develop and fill me and everything I do with greater energy and love and power. And it's just beautiful. And so when I engage in these broadcasts, what it's about is sharing what comes up for me and what so inspires me. And I'm lying in bed this morning, having just woken up, and I remembered one of the phrases that I use in the self-esteem work that for me is the most powerful phrase that I know. The phrase is, your job is to love yourself for no reason. Because if you have to find a good reason to love yourself, very shortly thereafter, you will find a good reason not to. So what am I saying? I'm saying that mostly in our society, we feel that we are only okay when we're being approved of externally, or when we achieve some success externally. Now that means we're a victim of that external approval. We love the mind. Our culture is addicted to the mind. You know René Descartes, the French philosopher? I don't know if there's anyone from France watching this. Very clever man. Unfortunately, he said that our identity is our mind. And that's a big problem. Because we're not just our mind. You know, I just saw some little hearts floating up the screen. Thank you, they were lovely. We are our heart. Love is part of us. Yes, the mind is part of us too. And the mind can have beautiful, loving thoughts. So that's also wonderful. The problem is, we're so identified with what we think and what other people think. Yes, I'm in Africa. I'm in South Africa. There's a question there on the screen. So we're so identified with what we think that we lose the connection to our heart. So let's say you have a list of things that make you fabulous. Let's say you're attractive, you're successful in your job. Another question. Now I'm a clinical psychologist living in South Africa, and I do self-esteem work. So somebody loves you because you're beautiful, attractive, successful, or you're kind to them. So those are good reasons to feel that you are lovable. But somebody 10 minutes later will reject you because they don't like you. Hi to Paris, adore France. So somebody will say something to you, rejecting you, and then you feel terrible. So now what do? You have a good reason to be lovable. And now you have a good reason not to be lovable. So hence the phrase, your job is to love yourself for no reason whatsoever. So I'm lying in bed this morning, thinking that thought, and I just feel this incredible expansiveness inside of me. Anyway, I got distracted and I had a few things to do, and I'm making breakfast. And then I took my blood pressure. Now I've got a blood pressure problem. I've had this for decades. If any of you have low blood pressure, listen to this because it's fascinating. I took my blood pressure. It was 103/62, which is low. And when you have low blood pressure, you feel tired. You can sometimes feel dizzy. It just is very debilitating. So what I did is I went back to this feeling of, what would it feel like if I could love myself for no reason? And I just sat and meditated and felt the energy of loving myself for no reason. Filling myself with hearts inside of me. You know these beautiful floating hearts that I see? So right now, is it conceivable for you to fill yourself with those beautiful purple and orange hearts inside of you? Hi to London. My sister lives in England and she hates the weather. In South Africa we have wonderful weather. So can you fill yourself with love no matter what the weather is outside of you, no matter what the climate? Can you fill yourself with love even though the outside is attacking you? That's the work. So as I say, I took my blood pressure. It was 102/60, whatever. I filled myself with love. I did this for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just generated this energy. Let go of any reason to love yourself. And that's the key. Just love yourself as you are. And my blood pressure went up to 120/70. Now, you might think, well, that was unusual, an accident or whatever. I've done research. I took 28 readings months ago where I did the self-esteem work every morning. On average, my systolic blood pressure, that's the first score, went up 15 points. So where it was 95/60, it would go up to 110/70. So all of those beautiful hearts, what I love about Periscope is the way the hearts float up the screen. It's very beautiful the way the hearts float up the screen. Can you allow hearts to float up your body? And you know what I've started to do is feel the love of myself starting in my solar plexus and floating upwards like they do on the screen, upwards into my heart center and into my face and into my head. Can you do that? Absolutely beautiful thing to do. Fill yourself with love. I see somebody saying that they can. Well, that's really beautiful. The more you do it and the more you practice doing it, the better you become at doing it. And I don't know if you have low blood pressure. You don't have to have low blood pressure, but you can just generate this energy irrespective of whether you have low blood pressure or not. I see somebody says, I can do anything with my imagination. And yes, you can. And so if you begin to believe that you are love for no reason, you can begin to create this and experience it. And I think that's really very beautiful. I want to give you my website address. So if you want to, I've created this video of self-esteem work. So let me get my title. Here's my website address. And yeah, if you want to talk about it and connect with this work and fill yourself with more love, it's an amazing thing to do. And it's about love and power. What's also interesting is, initially when I started to create this work, it was about power, filling yourself with power. And then I realized that power is part of love. And yes, peace is love. Peace and power are connected to love. So it's really a pleasure being with you, and I'll be continuing to do these broadcasts, and bless you all, and may you find those hearts inside of you and allow them to fill you and float upwards into your heart and into your mind. Take care and have a beautiful Easter.